think I got about 13, 12 days to do it. Okay, I put the thing back up, I think. Yes, it. Hmm? Who my girlfriend? No, that might be me. What is it? Do we get? Hold on, let me look up my YouTube to see the picture even up. Oh, with the rainbow. Yeah, that's me. No, because I know for sure I'm not finna use somebody else's picture. No, that's me. Mm. I need somebody to mute their TV or mute me or something because I don't want to hear myself. I can't. I can't do it. The hell we gonna talk? Mm-mm. My viewers need to hear me. No, I'm just playing. Oh, yeah, you'll never be happy your goddamn mic. I'm like sitting here. Let me put this on easy. Mm. Mm. Black flag.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
They got the plague. What is this? Mm-mm. 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 They ain't got no black. Mm-mm. Bitch. I want my money back. This GTA all over again. Where my face is? It probably would. I don't even know. I don't think I can go over. Shit. Either I might have a tan or look white. Shit. That motherfucker look dead. Look deceased. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let's see what these presets looking like. No, why I can't get that? I could change it though. You you know you watch it. You about 10 seconds. You about 10 seconds, but oh no, that's hair color. See, when I turn that angle. Uh-uh. Mhm. I guess I'm gonna do this. Ponytail. Fancy ass hairdo. Drink some tea and crumpets.
I think it's that's the thing on her neck. It's making her that right there. She putting that hair on where she gonna do.
Damn, where that hair? Oh, here it is. Okay. I like them eyebrows. Let me see what else she got to offer. Oh, I went with a different one. I ain't gonna mess with that one. Let's see. I'm about to. Damn, why I can't have no black eyebrows? I want to make a Khaleesi looking ass bitch. I guess I'll just go with black. Mm-hmm. Okay. Huh. Too much care for magic. It's gonna be warrior. Which one should I be? Warrior or tech? Actually, let me just do this. Bada bing. Bada. Mm-mm. 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 Christmas. Hmm.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Oh! Mm-hmm.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Mm-hmm. That's on target. Oh, what? Oh! I don't know what that just said. I pressed the wrong button. Oh. So, at what point do I? You know what? Hell, I'm about to go too. So. Off this goddamn game. No, I'm just. Don't leave me. Oh, black. No. Damn, what button was it to see the lock over the character? Kill yourself. Bitch. Bitch. Bitch.
What a green
I
blood.
totally failed there.
Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Oops. I did not mean to do that. Let me print that back one up. Lordy. Oh, Lord. Whoops. What'd I do? Oh, I totally did that wrong. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh! Bitch. I don't even know what I'm doing. Whoopsie. Oh, don't ruffle me. You're welcome.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our
A
barracks
little.
on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his
This game
skills to the
looks
test
better
as
in the
well.
video.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been told
Oh.
to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. It's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice.
I don't know, I just started the
You
game.
remind
It's
me
like
so
the plague
much
or
of your
something.
father.
They didn't say it.
I do miss him. Today is the big day, isn't it?
Going around.
Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child.
Why am I
Alas,
black with a
there
white
is
mom?
nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I
Found
were to
that
find
little
it, I would
peasant
never
girl
be able
on
to
the
return
street.
in time to...
I know,
Took her in as a...
but it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Maybe my future. I don't think I can get this game too much. Should love PlayStation 2 game. Oh, my fancy hat. Let me get out here and get stuff. Like, what'd you say? Oh, double kick. Huh, what?
Cut. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
To my help! And
What?
death to the others!
What happened? How's she trying to kill people? Hey, nothing. Why the camera turning like this? This is annoying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what you get for trying to abandon me. I'm gonna need you to upgrade strength next time. I need to upgrade my. I need some help. I'm about to die. I don't know about this game. It feels like a PlayStation 2 game. This feels weird. The controls and stuff. I don't know. Oh, that's nothing new. I need. Listen, the video looked good.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Freddy on the hour.
Ah, yes.
I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take
I know
time.
everything.
Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
Stop it.
I've heard
Flatter
say
me.
that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Oh. Mm-mm. Ooh, what is this? This must be some pre-order bonus stuff. Nah, I tried, but they ain't even have one. Gotta get the most expensive version of the game. I would never. I would never. That's some insecure stuff, and I'm not.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you. Have you seen anything to your liking? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come on, come on. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you're about to discover could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation.
My character kind of
That
fun.
I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teofredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally.
Oh,
And
you
of
seen
course,
that.
exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged
Ah,
from the outset. Today, it is by no means an
child.
overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads
Just
our
hope you don't
world
ever
in
see them.
science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding
Yeah, I mean,
further
yeah, that's
in
what I
each and
I
every
could never
domain.
see myself snapping on you the way I do other people.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our
I should really go get
relations
my
hang
phone charger.
essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The
5%.
exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite
Am I
some
ready
time.
home?
But
I
your
should get my blanket
princes
while I'm on my
insist
phone.
on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
No, I didn't even look. I immediately, you know, it was by default. You start off with the guy, and I hurried up and changed it to a female.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tifredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tifredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Okay. Why don't I refill health? My screen, I'm about to die. Who is who?
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you come to me.
Oh, workbench. What you looking at?
Madam,
You
I'm
think you better
sorry.
than me?
I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
No, hold up. You think you better than me? Mm-mm. Ah! Oh, you talking about that? Oh, yeah, that's my nigga Snow. You remember? I think we played.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
Division 2
I
with him
certainly hope so.
about a week or
Will you
so
be in
ago.
need of my help in any
Famstone
way?
in my.
What will be your official title on
Well, we played with
Tiflin?
him too, but it was him
Or are
too.
you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. What will be your official title on Tiflin? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Alright. I'm back. Talk to my mom and get my charger and stuff. Oh, y'all thought I was asleep.
Lively there, lads
No,
and
I ain't gonna
lasses!
never fall asleep on the
I
game.
promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor...
Now, do this game get trophies? Because I'm gonna be really upset if it ain't got trophies. Okay. Because I ain't seen a trophy pop yet.
Navigation? He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nort?
Our magic, yes, that only the Norts master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nort from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Norts for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
What am I supposed to be doing? Discover where to find Constance. And when I walked away, I let the steps in me so I could follow. I don't know why after all the messages that one scared me. It happens when you're focused on the Huh? It was a PlayStation message. That popped up. You got what? Make sure I be careful where I walk. I'm dead on the street. What is this? Bubonic blood. Take a hold. Thank you. I really do need some help. I wonder what happens if I die. How? Oh, let me see. I think I was already over here. All these streets look like alleys.
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Oh, that scared me. Enemy detection. It's too suspicious. How do I go to stealth? Stealth is... Can I kill people?
With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out or gag him.
Oh.
And death to the others! Oh, move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Take all. Thank you for the gold ring. Oh, key to his cell. Health potion. Oh. It's gonna take me a while to get some money in this stage. Keep picking up 1 and 2 coins to get.
It's not possible just now. Cause you go up any slower.
this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always
then
there
I
to pull
got
me out of
white
my
cousin.
fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon.
Tasty.
Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treat... Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Good. It's interesting. Takes some getting used to with the controls and stuff, but yeah. Hey, what weapon was it? Let's just equip him with an outfit. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, so things ready. Oh, I have not been in this one. Yes and no. I mean, I have the 2 jobs, but I haven't actually done anything beyond orientation for the home health aid one, and I have orientation Monday for the school. So and then I still work at the U.S. Bank in the in between time until I can quit that.
It's blocked.
No, kind of wanted to go see a movie, but I don't know. Probably it too. Yeah, 2.5 hours or something. They said going on. That sounds fun. I gotta have my boot. Say hold down to touch. Yep. No targets, exclamation. Investigate to oh. These are side quests. And I'm right here by
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taking the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
now,
Did
is this a
anything
glitch?
seem out of the
Her
ordinary?
eyeballs closed.
Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a
Don't
good
make
heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. He who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. He didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
I can feel it too. I feel it in bones. So I just go wandering around. This is why I can't complete games. I get sidetracked with exploring and stuff. That's why I put so much time into Assassin's Creed. I literally had to make myself like stop exploring so I could finish the story. Oh, it was Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I knew it was a good idea to put that into lockpicking. More than likely.
Locked.
Bruh. That was a waste of a key. What'd you say? Interesting. Oh wait, I was upstairs. Oh, wait, I wasn't around this corner though. I've enjoyed the last couple of Assassin's Creed games. Odyssey. Mm-hmm. I have tried the older ones. Ezio and all that. The only one I haven't played was Black Flag and Rogue. Mm-hmm.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Can I pour you anything? It's you. I didn't recognize you, my scruffy young pup. You put this place to shambles last night.
I am quite sorry about that. I'm afraid I let the festive spirit get the better of me.
Better of you? You broke everything. If you
Yeah.
think for a second that I'm...
Come on
struggle.
now. Don't be angry about such trivialities.
I did this
I'm
one the
certain
other
we
day
can
that was
make
just
amends.
hilarious. I think it was one of those little
What can I
add-on
do?
ones that they added.
The contents of this pouch should be worth your
It was
forgiveness.
funny.
What do you say?
It's like everybody died.
Forgiven and even
In funny
forgotten?
ways.
Your lordship, whatever can I do for you?
Yeah, I was sad.
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed.
Now,
That
what
doesn't
level
hold water.
were you when you fought Medusa?
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An
Did she give
able-bodied
you a
man
hard time?
passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Cerberus is in the game?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have
I need to
dampened
get on that
commerce.
DLC.
The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers
Yeah, I
come
think
by
I
to
was
spend their
75
wages.
when I played the other day.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
There are like 45 of
More
those
than a
skill
damper.
points that I just don't
They
know
were
what to do with.
soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped
You
going
said,
out of their
what?
homes.
Damn, I can't
They were
pause this.
afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it.
Oh wait,
like
hold
that.
on.
People were still
I
distrustful,
can't
as is
pause
their
this
nature, but
and
they are
this
leaving
dude
home
talking and I
again.
can't hear
It's a
hear
start.
you over here.
I also lost quite a few regular
I don't even know what
customers.
he's talking about.
Dead or too scared to venture back.
My
Yeah,
character
but that's
cute though.
nothing new to you. The
Even
city
with
would have
that plague
sunk
on
in the
her.
water if not for trade with the new isle.
Okay, now what? I'll come back. Interesting. I shall play that one.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tir Freddy.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened
That's
that
interesting.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of
I haven't really.
strong-arms.
I got into
The
like
kind
2
of men you
fights.
can round up for a few coins.
Now I'm
If
going
you
around
catch my
just doing
drift.
stuff in the
They
area before I
exchanged
sail
words with the
away.
cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. You think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child? Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
Now? I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
I must leave you.
That was a waste of time. They could have put some.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
I believe I've seen you at the palace.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency.
Hello, milady.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't wait long. It won't last forever.
I don't need to sleep anymore, so... Oh!
And death to the others!
Ooh, jackpot.
The merchant is there.
To my help! And death to the others!
Oh, they got that. Killer. Level 2. Feel like I was over here. Go back the way I came.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Oh.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Saad.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Wait, hold on, I'm talking to somebody else in here.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
My lady, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You are under arrest.
How unjust. I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
Now what you ask? The siren.
My Tetris fingernails from the book. I can't keep them. Actually, don't, because they have the same flowers as You said you are blind?
I've always been a siren, except for in the pre-sequel. That was Athena, I think was her name? No. I said I've always been the siren, except for in the pre-sequel. And it's that girl with the shield, Athena or something. Yeah, 'cause she was dead. Well, she was gay and I'm all for playing female characters.
To my house. And death to the others. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
They didn't tell me I was walking into enemy territory. Shit. That was rude. I'm over here exploring and not to die to do. Shoot. Inventory almost full. Ring of protection. That sounds good. Alright, inventory. How do I look at my stuff? Nope, that's not it. Oh, is it the other side of the touchpad? Nope, it is not. Actually, it is. There we go. It's magic. Oh, element to resistance. Oh, so sweet. Yeah, pretty much. And then going to orientation and meeting a lot of the staff. Yes, it's interesting. Yeah, I was shocked that it was like a lot of, well, pretty much females. And then black on top of that. And I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. You never met anybody like that? Mm. Ah. Mm-hmm. I barely took breaks when I was at that stadium. I definitely took my lunch break, but that's about it.
Halt!
Oops.
The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Very well, I'm going.
Am I in their territory or something? Like, I wasn't paying attention. It pissed me off and I just left them on there. Yeah, my inventory already almost full. What the hell? You good? I wasn't
Orders
even
haven't
worried about it.
changed, you know.
Very well, I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Very well, I'm going.
You cannot pass. Only the Norts have access to the prison. Me too. I need to sell all of this. I was talking to myself. I said I need to sell some stuff in this game. Oh, rank of a... that's a weapon? I'm confused. I don't think I got any weapons that look like that. Ooh, my hat's too fancy.
don't know how I'm supposed to be looking. Let me see. This ain't gonna work.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Alright.
Very well, I'm going.
They gonna make me go in there and kill them all. What's going on, Unique? How are you? Oh, but I need to put my regular stuff back on.
Orders haven't changed, you know.
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We are not in Thélème, you know. You better get going.
I am
The harbour master is ringing it.
Thank you.
All the Nauts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, I didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
You said I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence. Knowing dang well I ain't finna watch over this. I don't even know why he trusted me. I'm finna go just to sleeping and looting. Need to hurry up. I don't have on B. Oh! They scared me.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Fantastic.
The traitor! Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden. of the paradise of the illuminated, he speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in
Oh my
Lucius's
goodness.
own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from
Stupid.
the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, my lady. You are a just woman. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank
Oh
you for
my
having heard
goodness.
us and helped. You are
Yeah,
truly full of
the
kindness.
graphics are something else.
You have
And
a
the way
kind
they
heart,
look.
Green Blood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Some glowy shit, ain't got to tell me twice. Connect. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Definitely no relation to Assassin's Creed. Wait, what?
Might I help you, my lady? I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh yes, receive me. Receive all of me. Ooh.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
These motherfucking
If
teeth
he
look
had
like some
joined
damn
your
dentures.
husband
That's what they look like.
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
You hear them? The maids downstairs doing some vigorous scrubbing. You hear that shit up here?
Might I help you, my lady? I need to be going. Farewell.
Keep it up there.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
No door.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, These renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
Good day, madam. I say good day.
I thought as much.
I just want to slap somebody in
Those
the face for
heretics
telling you
have
who it
turned to
was.
them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Poke his eye with my feather. Wasn't there somewhere over here I needed to go? Oh, I totally missed the door. Damn, I can't go look around in his house. Hello?
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally.
Sir the Eye of the Fifth
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you to hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tearfredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
50
Goodbye,
coins?
Lady de Sade.
Answer 1,000 XP. That's what I'm talking about. Give me a whole XP. You start to see what it is. Yeah, probably because they over here dying of the plague and shit. Yes, my hat is indeed out of style.
Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Help me with selling this shit. I'm on that hypnotic and now let's say. Oops, wrong button. What did I press? Yeah, I like those. Consumables and junk.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your...
Wait, where's my money? Oh, I got 300 gold.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I'm angry to people from the town stink breath. You children in the stink breath. The stink breath plague. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh. I can't upgrade my flame sword. That's so weird.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can
Yes.
start by explaining to me why you refuse
Lady
to honor the
Flame
orders
Sword.
agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a
Lady
misunderstanding,
Flame
madam.
Sword the
Of
Great.
course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that
Ride
their
in on
attendants
my
seemed to be
horse.
hiding something when he passed the order.
Galloping
And
on
so he
these
must have
hoes.
thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
We shall return. See you soon.
Let me see before I mess up.
And so you're back, milady.
Don't count on it. I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay, and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit
This
a
is my
crime.
good hat.
That's regrettable. Especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, milady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Charisma was a success. Hey, I'm trying to go snooping around and find some good stuff. Ooh. How rude.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tir Fredi as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly
A
asking
pimp
us to
named
smuggle
Flame
this
Sword.
merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, If he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Wait, what? Oh, like there was another merchant. Oh. Oh. This is all? I did everything? Sadness. Well, guess it's time to progress. Oops. Correct. Ooh. Trophy! This ain't got a point. Mm-mm. Oh. What am I doing? Aha! Wait, what's this? Okay, that one's stronger. No, I can't use it because I don't have mental power to. No. I increased that for nothing. 200? I need some agility. Shit, I wish I wouldn't have known. I got it on the next level up. Who is this?
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilio. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I'm sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape.
I'm excited to get out of here though and actually go
My
kill
fair cousin
stuff and
jumped up out
and
of
things.
nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure.
Can't wait to set sail.
It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
What will be your official title on Tirfredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master.
Master. Why? 'Cause I'm black.
What will be your official title on Tirfredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Making sure, yep. Time to skedaddle.
Madam? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tirfredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Yeah, I did that a while ago.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, Unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Already asked.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
No.
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this
Good night.
sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Oops. Hmm.
To my help!
Oh,
And
whoops.
death to the others! Move away! Things are about to
That didn't work as planned.
That's the first time I've ever seen anyone fight to get into a prison.
Was that not what I was supposed to do? I think I was in the wrong area.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Very well, I'm going.
I went over there and killed the wrong people.
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Oh. I was in here killing people earlier. Dang, that's funny, everybody's
Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
I can't jump out the window? Jeez. How rude. Now there's other missions going on. I'll talk to him again.
Yes? Well, how can your old professor be of service to you?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, Desade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there has always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides.